Hi there, it's Stefan from Apify Digital, and today I'm going to show you how we approach building applications in 2026 in the era of AI. So let's jump to it. Alright, so we have the base project here. Currently it does nothing, it's just a plain form with some content in it. No logic, nothing. This took me around 10 to 15 minutes to build using Claude. And now we're going to add a logic behind. So the reasoning behind this project is actually we had few inquiries to build something similar, and I was like, sure, let's try it out and see what we can do. Imagine you want to automate the lead generation process. So like in this case, user comes to your web page and wants to request a loan. Yeah. So the standard process would be you get the form, then standard response time of 24 hours, someone picks up from the CRM, look into it, and so on and so on. And what do we want to achieve here is to automate a bit this process, right? So someone submits a form, then phone rings in about 5 seconds. So we spin an AI agent, Ada in this case. She introduces herself and starts a conversation. After the conversation is done, we store the transcript, we automatically assign employee to this case, and user gets a callback from a human specialist who already knows everything. This won't be a traditional an hour or two coding tutorial like we used to do it, because the coding isn't the heavy part anymore. Taste, judgment, and knowing which piece to connect is the real craft now. All the code we write here will be available in our GitHub repo, and it will be linked down there in the description. So first I'm going to try to explain what I had in mind when I was building this project and how you can use different technologies to connect everything and build the software for your needs. So these are the specs, tech specs we are going to use. On the front end, we are going to use Next.js for the public-facing website and the admin CRM part in the back. We are going to use a Supabase as a backend, as a database. We are going to use Vapi AI service for basically for AI agents, for AI voices. Of course, Claude and that Twilio service for automatically calling a lead to a phone number. Right. Now, before we start with the prompts for Claude, this is how it's going to look. So the form from a landing page gets submitted and goes to our application, right? Then we immediately store the lead in the Postgres database. We're using Supabase now, but you can use whatever you want. Immediately after that, we call Vapi AI. And through Vapi AI, we connect our Twilio phone number so we can call the human that fill out the form, right? Immediately after that, we use a webhook so we can send the conversation back, then run it through Claude API, generate transcript, generate summary. Based on that transcript, that summary will be helpful for the salespeople, and then we store it back to Supabase, right? And that's it. Then we pull through the CRM all the data, all the relevant data, so sales can do their calls and whatnot, right? So let's see how we can build that with Claude. So this is the starter code. We won't waste a lot of time here. I just want to showcase it to you. So we have hard-coded data here, basic landing page, and this is how it looks like. So you later will be able to go to admin. This is all hard-coded data currently. We cannot do anything, click, whatever. But later we are going to create a user, admin user. We are going to log in and follow up on every lead here. AI will assign a lead and so on. So next thing I'm going to do is open up a Claude, but before that I'm going to show you the prompt I crafted, of course with the help of Claude here, where I explain some basic stuff. So like we are starting from the starter branch we already have on the GitHub, then what stack I want to use precisely, all the third-party integration stuff, some additional developer stuff, so the Claude can be more precise, and then the variables, data, how to create migrations to create on Supabase, and so on and so on, what to use for the Auth, how to replace the mock data layer we have, then again Vapi stuff, how to integrate with the calling feature, then how to use Claude to summarize the call, analyze it, and so on and so on. So I'm going to paste it here, and we are going to start the session. So of course I won't be showing you everything here. I'll just go quickly through this and show you the most important stuff. And the first part of our integration is ready. We installed the Supabase to our project and generated initial queries, SQL queries, right? So here is the first one, and here is the seed. So we actually have some basic data for the sales, right? So how you then do that? You can just copy this SQL and paste it here. Then you just press run, and that's it. I won't do that because I already did it here. So here is the first query, and here is the second one. Okay. So for example, you can already see we successfully seeded the initial team members here. Okay, besides that, on the front end, we actually created a route in our Next.js with some Zod validation, some more Supabase stuff here as well, and here as well for the registration part. Next step is connecting Vapi, and here, as you can see in our code, we initialize it, and this is a function for creating an outbound call. Right? Here we have some webhook. Again, I don't want to bother you with this. This is now the easy part, right? And here, of course, when we are generating lead, we just pass the call ID. So let's go back here. This is the dashboard for Vapi AI, and pretty simple stuff. You just go here and create a phone number. You can use a free Vapi number or import from some other service like Twilio, for example, which is the thing I did. All right. After that, you create your assistant here, and basically you give him a prompt. So first message, then this, and yeah. So you can test this out actually.
Hi, this is Ada from Northline, calling about your request for dog rolls. Is now a good time to go through a few quick questions?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Great, thank you. Just to confirm, am I speaking?
Yeah, so you can see that's the logic behind it. All right, and the final integration in our project, actual Claude API. So we use Claude Sonnet 4.6, and here we have a system prompt that will help us with the transcripts and the actual call summary, right? The main function here is analyze call, which creates transcript and returns field we need in a JSON format, right? So here in our webhook, we call this. So in Vapi webhook, when the call is done, we call this function, right? And pass this transcript. Here it is. And we have here a normalized transcript function, which sorts the messages correctly. So what's by the AI assistant and what's by the user. So when we complete analyzing the call, we immediately store it to our database, to Supabase, right? So we make sure we save the raw transcript to Supabase immediately, so there's always a trail even if Claude fails. And that's it. I opened up a new window and this is the landing page, so let's fill out the data. Here I'm going to use my real phone number. Sure, let's do this amount and the rest, let's request a callback. My phone should ring, so we'll see. Alright, here's the call, so let's answer it.
Hi Stefan, this is Northline calling about your request for $45,000. Is now a good time to go through a few quick questions?
Sure, it's fine, let's go.
Great, thank you. Just to confirm, am I speaking with Stefan?
Yes, I'm Stefan.
Awesome, thank you. Perfect, thank you. And do you prefer to continue in English, or would you rather use Spanish, Korean?
Yeah, let's go in English.
Perfect, thanks for confirming. So, just to double check, you're looking to borrow...
Yeah, that's true.
Great, thank you. And for the repayment period, do you have a preference between 36, 48, or 60 months?
36 months, sounds good.
Got it, 36 months. Thanks, Stefan. And can you tell me about your current employment status? Are you working full-time, part-time, self-employed, or something else?
Yeah, I'm working full-time.
Thanks for clarifying. And last quick question, what will you be using the loan for?
Buying a house.
Perfect, thank you. That's all I needed. A specialist will follow up with you within the hour to go over next steps. Have a great day, Stefan.
Thank you, bye-bye.
You're welcome, Stefan. Bye for now. Talk.
So, now let's follow this here. It should auto-assign. Okay, as you can see, home purchase, stage qualified, and it assigned it to Sophia. In this case, Sophia and all the employees are just fake ones, right? You know what I mean, but it's based on the algorithm, so it sorts them to right one. So I can now click here, and here I can see all the transcript. Yeah, working full-time, buying a house, and so on and so on. And here we can see AI summary. And based on different criteria, the agent Sofia Ramirez is assigned to my case. Like I said, GitHub repo will be available down there in the description, so check it out. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to our channel, follow Epify Digital on socials, and I'll see you